Keche Andrew and his wife, Madam Joanna Jan Kujo, were very beautiful love memories. Our mashebi amaye na ye Keche and his wife Diane na ye yawe say, Mami sebi when you chain you kunu Keche kakra na mihuni senken hardrin so Ghana for say a hardrin panty anytime bia omobeka these two couple asemno na akoya 10 years no mudi du oba no sebi ne honye fe oya brewa ene Keche nso de almost so you gold digger, my minister kenti, and a woody netchin. Now, so I miss all that no. Yente ma mean kada, so a baby reply will be one of the sebi wa bomi feet aduku, and a support her no de mani kunu Keche, and no more yen you many music videos do to muse pa support and obey a day markecha. Or more globally na or makopim e wo Miss G show so na no eno mobile be check kwan o fa so ehia ye se o mu si mu enye ne how amami e pake ne nyoma on away e di kogu Keche wardrobe mu abra no aye na adwen se nko ba be di bi na wakono
na when e wona ase menema boni hina na ase now
esubeti
aswati because every movement me be as is like I feel like yo man, but then later I was like okay Andrew, you know, I mean, need to just put things down. I'm a man, you know. I wouldn't say I'm a saint, and I mean, guys out there, they do a lot of things.
No, you didn't accept me in the beginning.
Well, let me. I will come back to that.
No.
I will come back to that.
You
at the point,
you lied to me that you are going to Takrade.
No, I will come to that.
You called your mother to
it is no. You forget that. Let's say that part. So you say what happened?
He lied to me when I moved in there. So I told him that my boss says that I should stop working, so I've lost my job, blah, blah, blah. So I moved in there. So 3 days, BBI, okay. 4 days, BBI. Ekodi 1 week, no. Me ohana mi hun so di fun etu na so no ofle Joshua. Ke we kra o ha dwen kra dodo. No mu di me hun konkon se na me te window ni. So I heard everything. But I pretended I didn't hear. So he told Joshua he will call his mother to come in and tell him like he's traveling. So that will make me move from his house. Oh. So me too, I heard.
Because listen, the truth is, at a point I felt like as I was stopping movements, I mean, I had movements doing, I had things doing.
What is the movements? Were like girls?
On your girls.
Movements, view.
I can't papa movements. You may be brave because you see. So one day I said, let me just go and open my wardrobe to say. I realized and I didn't know when the things came to my house. I'm like, what is this? So I called Joshua. I'm like, Joshua, Charlie. We'll find some story. No, I didn't. She wasn't in the room, so I didn't know. So she was sitting right, you know, I mean, at the window side outside. So Joshua was like, Charlie Andrew, I don't know, but Charlie, cool down. So, no, Charlie. Then so I picked the plan and I called my mother to come. When she came, then I intentionally packed things. I picked my passport. I said, I'm traveling. I need to go somewhere. So she should go home.
Oh, when you come,
carry her things and go home. When I come,
you invite her back.
I will invite her back. I packed my things and everything. She led me to the car and she was like, oh, don't worry, you go. I was even talking to your mom. She said she's cool. I will stay and wait for you. So now my things are in the car. I don't know where I'm going.
You're going to.
So I'm like, this lady, okay. Let me just, you know what I mean? So at a point, one day, I'm like, look, Andrew, I think
it was your mother who told me that.
Yeah, so I'm a guy.
You called him too.
Yeah, I called her too.
Oh, okay.
I said, Andrew, I'm a guy.
But how did you feel at that point?
Me, at that point, in fact, when we started the relationship, a lot of people were talking about him to me. Some were his friends and close people. Oh, guy, wait there, oh, your papa, oh, he just want to come and toast you and go. I said, oh, don't worry, me, my papa, and I'm in go. Until if he coming to toast me, I will also make sure that he will stay forever. Until whatever he does, even if he brings someone to come and stay in the house, I will not go. So I put it in my mind that so when all those things was happening, I was just reading a meaning to what I'm hearing from people. Is it really true? Like this is how he is, blah blah blah. But
eventually, you realize that I'm not that kind of person.
Anyway.
But what had you seen? You know, they say women we see things, and of course, when a man wants a woman, so he also knows what he sees. What did you see that made you tell yourself that once I have come, I am not leaving?
For some time, like for more than 5 years, I was working. So my mind was not really on a relationship after my last relationship. So my focus and everything was just being a businesswoman. So when I met him, he will come to me and then he will say he wants to perform for me. So like after evening when I come to his house, he will hold his mic in the house.
Oh.
Then he will be performing. And he has some boxing
gloves,
so
my gloves, right?
he will use the boxing gloves to be doing that. So I said, what kind of a guy is this? It's very interesting because I'm so stressed and I'm back from the office and then he was just doing something for you to smile or laugh or something. Then I feel like if this thing can continue every day, it would be nice. So I was thinking about how I can have this forever.
Wow.
Because it was very nice and I was enjoying it and I feel like I want to have not just piece of cake but the whole cake. That is the whole him. So I was picking a strategy now. What do I do to win him?
Strategic woman.
To be the woman that he's looking for. I started going to social media looking at the kind of girls that he even like.
Wow.
The kind of dress they wear, the kind of hairstyle they do. Like I was doing almost everything. And some of his friends say, "The girl when we're dating it, fan picture mommy. Mommy the whole dressing, mommy the whole yes." So I said I want to have 200 girls in me in one girl.
Wow.
So opeso ko facility queen obenya bi. Opeso onya business woman obenya, opeso onya stripper obenya, opeso onya share obenya. So
wow.
All package.
Talking of stripper, one day, we went out on a vacation. I mean, Mr. Demusa, Mr. Some yem pillar be a we do light, you know. But TV in light, you know, say TV in light, you know, reflect or a demo. So what shall it be? Robert tell him, oh no, why you stay, me see here. About something you got, I was scared. I don't promise. About something my food, my mushadi. Must or your quarter now because you know your mentality. So, you stay, what's that will be your strip or clams. Mushadi, and I put him for Joshua. I beg, there's something going on in my room here. I beg. If anything, I beg, my own things about becoming here because I don't know, maybe this guy can do something bad to me. I beg, because the things that's happening in my house, I don't understand. But you see, all these things going on, I realized that I started asking myself questions. Andrew, man, I'll come to the house, she's done everything. In the character, the way I handle the home. She wasn't just interested in relationship or she wasn't just in love with me, but somebody who wants to help me grow. Andrew, just make a change. So I sat down with them like, look, my whole life, I've never, ever, anybody who follows me, never used a woman who I'm dating as my WhatsApp DP or even celebrate a woman on my status or whatever as happy birthday. Never, I've never done that. And my friends, they know.
All girls, it does.
It's not about that. I'm that type. Oh no.
You have to answer plenty of questions. That one, yeah, we know.
No. But you see, so I sat down with them like, look, every day we talk about this, but I'm going to put you as my WhatsApp DP, and then I'm going to fight a lot of battles. Because I love you. I'm going to sacrifice a lot because I love you, because I've seen you a good person and I want to be with you. And then so I want you to make me a promise. Before I do that post, you also make me a promise. And then we spoke at length that night. And then we slept. In the morning, she called, I was out, she called me. It's like, and to know what's what the I said, have you checked my WhatsApp status? I said, you've been there for almost like 1 hour. And she checked it. And later, when I came to the house, I just opened my WhatsApp like this. I was showing her messages. And then I didn't even want to read. I'm like, look, a lot. I love you, so I've sacrificed a lot for you. If you mess up with me, I won't be happy with you. And I mean, so I had to just start fighting a lot. I mean, I'm a man. I know some people might be out there, they might chastise me, say, he's this, he's that, he's this. But look, a man is a man. Growing up, when you see yourself, you are out there, you are a public figure, you are out there. You have so many businesses, so many, moves I make as a man. But I need to just put all the down. So now aside my music, I need to just join her in her business. Then I'd come to know who she really is. She's introduced a lot of things to me. This is where I am, this is what I have, this is this. I was like, okay, good. I thank God.
So at that point where he said that, you came to his house in the taxi, you had packed your things there, were you trying to disguise yourself? You didn't want him to know what you had, who you really were? Was it the case?
Yes, because I didn't know him really. Like, I know his Keche Andrew, but I really don't know his personal life, like his mindset, what kind of guy he really is. So, and also with what I was hearing and everything, I wanted to use my own way to see how serious he is and how much he really loved me. So that's why I was going there with Trotro and taxi.
Hey.
So anytime I get to his junction, he was living at Sprinters. So I'll pick a Trotro, then I'll get to his junction. Then I'll call him that I'm there. So he walk and come and pick me.
Wow.
And sometimes too, I'll pick a taxi and get to his gate and I say, I don't have money. But so I think he was getting very angry. If you don't have money, don't come here. Because you are coming here, how are you sure I have money or not? Because you don't tell me, you even want me to pay your taxi and you just call me, come and pay the tax. How are you sure I have money in the house? He will talk about, he will come and pay. So all these things was making me know that he's a nice guy. And I said to myself, even some of these ugly guys, they don't give you anything. And as handsome and cute as he is, he still give me money to pay for my taxi. But my driver was always waiting for me at the Coastal Junction.
Wow.
So when I picked the car in front of him, he always let his junior brother pick a taxi for me. So when I get to the junction, then I go to my car. But he was always giving me money to pay for my taxi and everything. Then I go. So that is when I noticed that, like what I'm hearing about him, he's totally opposite.
So Andrew, how come nobody also told you who she was? Like, nobody told you the truth that...
Joshua is Joshua. Joshua on you. Joshua on a way collaboration.
Oh, really?
So you see, I think I got to know Joshua knows almost everything.
Wow.
About her, and Joshua would never talk to me. Joshua would never. I was always having my dissing because anytime but sometimes she came to the house and then she had a call and the phone was in the bag. So I went to open the bag and I saw some cards, complimentary cards. Sometimes I'm like, what is this? So already Mankas, and I was being curious. I wanted to know what it's all these things about. So I went there and the location she gave me, when I went there, it was an office. I asked, I'm looking for Joanna. They said, please sit down at the reception. And the person called, please, somebody's looking for boss. I said, boss. Okay. And I went in there and then she was sitting behind her table. But I'm like, oh, okay, nice. And so as I may look at that, but probably like I was just, shocked. But then only for just a few hours and then I was okay. You
didn't ask, why did you have to take me through this? Why didn't you tell me?
The day before that, my bad. It was that day I came to see some bottles in Sebia member Toman. Then I had Dom Perignon and so many. Somebody brought them to me. And I wanted to buy it because I can't drink all these things. And then Joshua was like, oh, she can buy them because she likes, such drinks. It's expensive.
Somebody that you were paying taxi fare for?
No, before that time.
Okay.
So when I went there, I didn't want to smile because the way she was smiling, if I smile, I can't charge, I can't take them. So I was like,
you know that I was working for my boss.
Yes.
Okay, before you told him that your boss had sacked you from work.
Yes. Also, so this one is how much? So this one, all of them, you give me like 8,000. Also 8,000, my friend, Joshua said 100, actually 8,000. But those...
No.
Yeah, but those drinks, when I went to the office, the drinks were in her distance. And I opened them and I started drinking
after 1 year.
After 1 year. That same drinks that I sold to her, I have to just come and drink them all by myself. I wasn't really shocked. Almost like just maybe for like an hour or two, and I was okay. Then, you know, people started. Sometimes she would just show me messages, Facebook messages, this thing and that, and people
from his girls or from who? From fans
even
or
guys and friends
guys.
that I do know. Man,
And
they will
some of
message.
his ex-girlfriend was also sending me messages. I don't even know how they got my number. I think he has a few bad friends.
Andrew is like this. Andrew is like that. Be careful.
My number
Is this,
to
is
the
that,
girls
is
or
this, is
something,
that.
because how would someone know my number?
True.
So it was strange for someone that I've never met or I've never known, and someone was calling you or sending you messages, threatening you. Some of them will say things that is not even true. But everything that I see, I always show him. Then he was always telling me, oh,
Sometimes
this
I
is
even
person,
chat the
this.
people.
Yeah, so.
Oh, really?
Thinking that
You take the headphone and chat the
thinking
people?
that they are chatting. Andrew, please, madam, we love you. Even after our engagement, we're like, we love you. And then we heard Andrew got married, and then where is you and the way you are, we want you to be careful because Andrew, a lot of people that I can mention names. I mean,
Like industry people?
oh, a lot. I'm like,
Really?
wow. I'm like, wow.
Fellow
wow.
musicians?
Some about 3 of them are musicians. Others are, you know, I mean, normal media, you know, presenters and all that. I mean, a friend. A lot
They'll
of
reach
them.
out to you
A lot,
say you
a
shouldn't
lot.
follow him.
A lot.
Hey,
a
Girlfrnd's
lot, man.
radio.
A lot. But you know, one thing about me is when we started everything, I sat her down one day. I told her we went out to a hotel. We didn't want to stay in the house for that talks, and then we spent almost like the whole night. We're talking, and I said, "Let me tell you about me, the dirty ones. I'm not telling you the good ones." So I started spitting everything out, everything dirty about me, what I'm still doing, the ones I've done in the past, and what I'm even planning to do. A lot of them, I put everything on the ground, bam. And if you remember, I told you that after hearing this thing, you have to just choose whether to still continue with me.
Oh, you say it's over.
Or so that we end it. You remember I asked her, and then you said, okay. And after saying all that, she was sitting down, she was crying. She cried for almost like 1 hour. We slept, and then she woke me up. She said, Andrew, you know what? I'm happy you told me this, but then look, telling me this alone tells me that you really want to have something. So you've given me a choice, and then I want to take Serena. We are all not sane, so I think it's perfect that it's good that I know, so we should just continue and then start on a clean sheet. And then she was happy. I think that morning we went to the pool, the pool to swim, have fun, and then when the journey started, I would say that was when the journey started. I mean, here we are, not minding what people are saying.
Like, how did you manage? Because he is already in the space.
I remember my husband told me, all these people, they are jealous of our marriage, so don't pay attention to it unless you want to leave me. The way I dressed, this is not my first marriage. I was first married to a white British, and then I can wear underwear to go out, even my bikinis and all of that. So I had all my best life even before I met my husband. So everyone who knows me, especially my old friend, knows that I used to even dress even hotter than now. But now that I'm even married to artists, I'm supposed to wear my bikinis anyway. Yeah. So, well, people don't know me, and they've never met me or seen me in any way, so they can just talk for themselves. Some of these ladies, and 99% are ladies, so I'm sure some of the guys, they wish I was even their wife, because bear may be up or papa. So Mikru was not stupid to make a decision to marry. He saw something good in me that none of the women he has ever dated have it. They are good in their own way, but I'm special. Yeah. And I have something that none of them never had it. That is why he chose me. So, who dream me who be but there be a mayor mining into home fashion side. But I have a company called PTP Creations, and it's all about fashion. Wow. It's from the pit to the palace, because it's a fashion company, a whole fashion house where when I came to Accra, my first job was boutique. So I was selling things. I bring it from UK, bring them from Nigeria, and then all the big girls in Ghana was buying from. They didn't know it was my shop. So when I'm maybe dressing, I won't buy them. Now, Obi me say, oh, Sisi, I don't know, I'm not doing it because of my marriage. I'm doing it because I love it. And of course, if you want to keep your marriage, na ukunu pe ade na ukunu pe life abema kra about life na oba na menje jam. So I would dress to kill. In fact,
she was having she was having dreadlocks. It was very long, and I'm like, baby, I'm having dreadlocks. You are having, so you need to cut yours. The next evening, she went, and when she came, she had cut it.
Wow.
Straight for me. So you see, this is, I mean, you see, we name the reason why they obi ebe do obi no baby until when you talk. So me sometimes when people are talking, look, she's doing a lot for with Joanna Jam Foundation.
Ababone de sanity sometimes utimi yo ho to say de as a capre kra woni bi da kotuku mu no na wo de ahwehwe real love but nkwafo nso keka say de ade sika wo ho am yehu ze sika wo ho enwe obi a na aba ye ne saa on to say de Joanna oye Keche or this guy say ne ho say de sika ni ne ho no na wo hwe say true love no ebetimi aye ya manoa. Finally, omo no moti a omonya beautiful family bibia koso emo nti wa wo tenchen a wo keka se oba no enye ne sen be ma ne mfa hinkusia no madam sister brad twaso isan so mo de omo nti omo case odo ankasa eno mudi and indeed it's a beautiful thing se wunya odopa ebsua se o wadwaton de bi na opese Tofiakwa TV ye boa wo eye hu dede emawia nyina ete won kane be pugu so eto won yo mane de a wo hwe screen yeso afa mpanyefo number ofra ye ji bibi ketewa bi ni aboa wo ewo sa kwan ne so ha Tofiakwa TV media no Miss Doreen share like subscribe the turn your notification bell on with us.